Yo, it's been a minute, but I want to just engage with y'all a little bit and talk about something that was just on my mind. And it's basically the fact that we're growing. We're growing. There's like time in life is just like a steady series of moments, and like in each moment we kind of, based off of our thoughts, we're literally creating and like kind of like, determining how we're transforming. It's like a metamorphosis, and it's, caterpillar, butterfly, and it's like those old chapter books with the little boys turning into something, and a few things have been happening, and they've just been showing me how like time does not stop for like anything. Like, for example, the fact that it's already March, the fact that it's already March, and sometimes like on our minds will be fixated on like a certain situation. Like, let's say something happened on December 20th of 2018, like going into January. Sure, it's a new year and everything, but that same something was still just like 2 weeks ago. And then it becomes like 3 weeks, and it becomes like a whole month, and you're already into February, and you're kind of like, whoa, time is still going. Or it could even be like, if something, like, let's say you lose your job or something, or you get a new job, and you just see how time is passing, and how and I think that's just to kind of like drift off, but I'll come back. But I think that's kind of like how living in LA feels. Like, right now it's been raining. It's March 22nd, 2019, and it's been raining lately, but it doesn't always rain here. It's usually just like a blue sky. Like, sometimes it's like slightly gloomy, but the trees don't change colors. There aren't really that many trees out here. And like, yeah, things are kind of just like very monotone in LA, besides like the actual buildings and like that kind of stuff which is being built up, and like the kind of people that are here. But anyway, back to like, just time is fleeting. And so as these moments are passing, it's like we really have so much say in who it is that we are, morphosizing into. Like a caterpillar doesn't exactly know it wants to be a butterfly, or maybe it does. Maybe it has this exact vision of what it can potentially become, and it just focuses on that, and like is enjoying the ride as it gets there. And I kind of think, like, who knows what butterflies are thinking, but I think that's kind of how we are, or at least we can be, because like I really don't take life that seriously. And as a matter of fact, I feel life is like it's very fun. It's like a little kid doing a science project, and just like kind of like experimenting, like what happens if I do this, or like just imagining some like weird stuff. Like, I remember when I was in elementary school and middle school, I would Google a lot of like, oh, science, cool science fair things, but like, you don't even have to Google it. You could be anything. For example, like in your career, I guess there are certain like tests, like personality tests, to see what your career might be, or, just having an example, or Googling like what careers, well, like we do search what is happening in certain careers and everything. But I feel like you can imagine whatever you want to be, like imagine the first mailman. The first mailman probably was like, you know what? How are we gonna get mail to each other? Like there probably was not a job to be a mailman before somebody literally had the idea. Like, and he probably was a cool guy because he probably wanted to help and like get messages around. He wanted to help other people. He wasn't just thinking like, I want somebody to bring me my mail. He was probably like, well, I want somebody to bring me my mail, but obviously nobody's doing it, so why don't, like, let me be that person for other people. And this is definitely just like tangent talk, but I wanted to put something out there. These are just some other things that have been on my mind, just about how like, as we're moving forward, we really can just visualize that thing that we want to be doing. And I say career because like usually we associate career with like longevity in our long-term thing, and also with money, and also with being like an adult. But like, anything, your career could be you monetizing your hobbies. And not only say that because that word feels weird. Honestly, that word feels weird. Basically, like, just the last little tidbit, but just the fact that, like, whatever we end up doing, whatever our career ends up being, as long as we're providing like a valuable service and we're providing value and we're like helping and, you know, offering, exchanging goods and like offering something that benefits a person, benefits a human, and benefits multiple humans, and benefits like think millions of humans, then you're always gonna have like plenty of whatever you need to support yourself. And that's just my talk. That's it. I'm just gonna post it. Thank you so much. If you are watching this and you're kind of like, you know, resonating with this, I'm really happy to see that message. If you're resonating with this message, then give this video a thumbs up, just to like let me know like who's listening to this. Like, is this gonna reach anywhere? Because I'm just putting this out and I'm kind of just talking, or I'm talking out loud, I guess. But lately I have been just thinking a lot, and processing a lot, and not really talking to anybody, and also not posting any videos. Like, I kind of felt a certain type of way about my talking videos because like they aren't the buzz things, you know. Like, I guess I can just like title it different, because you know how there's like, for example, there are certain ways to title your video that's gonna like make it more likely to get more clicks, you know, which the attention part is like the name of the game. Once you get to YouTube past, once you get to trying to make money from YouTube, you know, you do want to get people's attention. Like, if this message is genuinely helpful, of course I want like a lot of people to get it. So I guess it's just been, and that's another thing I've been working on, is identifying like where I don't where I don't show up that's naturally strongly, you know, just things I have to like work on because they're skills. And one of those is marketing. Like, how do I title this video? What am I talking about? Like, okay, if you're still watching, that's super cool and you're obviously tuned in, but leave a comment for what you would title this, because I'm trying to end it right now, but I'm just talking. But what would you title this video? Like, if you have marketing skills, if you know what engages people's like ooh, you know, if you know what makes people tick when it comes to like buzzwords, or however structuring. I thought I was a good writer, but I'm not a good like get it as concise as you can writer. Like, I remember I was in high school in AP English, and I always had run-on sentences. Like, I would always just say da 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 da, and because of this, blah, 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 which implies that, da, 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 da. And so basically, you know, like, I would always just, my sentences would be so long, and that's why I don't show up the strongest when it comes to Twitter. And with that, I'll end this video. Leave those comments and smash that like button. And if you know that reference, leave a comment.